Hey builders, Solana just crossed 100 billion transactions, and today we're going to show you 3 tools that show you where they came from. So Solana is designed to be fast and cheap, and you can see that at the official Solana Explorer. You can see things like total transaction count, transactions per second, and average ping time. Another great tool is Solana Beach by Staking Facilities, a validator. They break down transactions into sections of voting, which is basically system overhead for Solana running. At the time of recording, there are 4,000 TPS per second on Solana, with 70% of those used for voting and 30% used for non-voting, which are applications running on the network. I just wanted to do a quick throwback to 15th of April 2020 over at the Solana blog. We wrote about the TPS over at Solana. As you can see from the website at solana.blog, the TPS at the time was 128 for the Solana network. So it's pretty amazing how far we've come in the last 2.5 years. Okay, so the first tool I'd recommend that actually shows where the transactions are coming from is SolScan. So what we have to do is head over to solscan.io. Here you can see a whole heap of Solana statistics. SolScan also does a great job showing you the latest NFT collection volume traded on Solana, along with the DEX volumes and TVLs. But it's not actually until you click at the top, Analytics, that takes you over to this page. And here you can actually dive into a lot of the data that's happening on chain. It shows everything over the last 7 days. You can see a lot about vote and non-vote transactions. Be careful not to think the world's ending on the last day of the week. That's just all the data hasn't been collected. So it normally goes down to 0 at the start of the day when they're collecting the stats. So if we keep scrolling down on SolScan Analytics, we can actually see the total amount of new SPL tokens and NFTs minted for the week. We also see active programs, and then we get to the instruction volume per program. This is where it gets a little bit complicated to see the data on Solana. But yeah, SolScan do a great job of showing tooltips. Basically, transactions can interact with programs via instructions. The pie chart indicates the volume of instructions handled by each program. So therefore, we can actually see the total amount of activity on chain and which program is actually doing it. They do a great job of both showing a pie chart of, is it Pith, is it Serum the DEX, is it just token traffic? We've got Mango Markets as well. They also rank it by total instruction count and success rate. So you can sort of see all the different applications running on Solana, who's making all these transactions, and yeah, the total volume of things that are happening on chain. The second tool I like to use for Solana transaction analysis is ChainCrunch. Now this is more of a traditional data analytics tool. It uses just bar graphs and line graphs. ChainCrunch shows you the voting metrics as well, but it also breaks out the error rates. It also shows unique fee payers, unique signers, transaction fees and daily instructions accounts, and unique programs used. These are all broken out over 30 days, which you can also change with the filter at the top. The second page, which is actually program activities, is where you specify a program address at the top right. It's all automatically showing Metaplex contracts and Candy Machine. So this dashboard's great for showing Candy Machine and Metaplex smart contracts and how many programs, transactions they're doing per day. You can see this broken out at the bottom right after you've specifying the Candy Machine Metaplex program addresses. It then shows you all the transactions per day over the last month. Okay, the third and last dashboard I'm showing you today is Nansem. This is a great multi-chain dashboard. You can actually see stats from a whole heap of different blockchains. When you go down to macro and click Solana, you can actually see a lot of information about active account types and daily transactions on Solana. But you can also see it broken down by Solana accounts by entity and transactions by entity. And they do a great job of breaking it down into the specific projects that are causing the transactions. Everything from Wormhole through to DGods to Solend. They're all there, and they're also shown in a pie chart at the bottom, showing program executions. So basically this is a complete list of all the applications, and there's 3 pages of it here. So this channel is dedicated to builders, people that are building on Solana. They're building the latest DeFi apps, the latest games. They want to see fast and cheap transactions, but they also want to see a stable blockchain. So I wanted to throw this tool in at the end. So this is the Solana status page, where you can actually see the uptime of the network and if there's any incidents running at the moment. It's currently been stable for over 3 months, nearly 4 months. You can see here by the green across all the calendar, the last outage occurred on the 1st of June. You can also see the incidents. So if you go back to June, that 4-hour outage is when that occurred. So you might ask, well, is this stable to build a project on? For that information, you need to dive into the details. So Solana have created a upgrades page at solana.com/upgrades. Here you can see progress updates on all the new developments happening on Solana, such as Quick, stake-weighted QoS, and fee markets. I won't go into that details of this in this video, but hit me up in the comments and I can do a dedicated video for that. But basically, the devs are doing something. It's been stable for 4 months. The transactions are fast and cheap, and there's a lot of builders out there. So please support this channel by subscribing and like this video, and make sure you check out our blog. Thank you very much.